Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel Learn with Nilo. So today I'm here again with another video and I'll be talking about the encapsulation in Python, which is all about the object-oriented programming concepts. In the previous videos I have already discussed about what is encapsulation and how to implement encapsulation. So this is once again another problem or another program that we will be solving in Python and we'll be writing code for it. So basically I'll be revising what was encapsulation. Encapsulation basically involves restricting access to the certain details of an object when you don't want to provide information about a certain object or about the details of a certain object, and then you prevent the accidental modifications and you just keep on hiding some of the modifications that you have already made to the object. For that you will be using encapsulation. So now first things first, how can we implement this in Python? We'll be implementing a very basic program in Python. So for that we'll just go for a class named student here. This is our class student here. Then we've got a method init. This is our init method, and in here I'll be passing name, age along with the student ID. A little bit different than polymorphism and inheritance. And now we are going to go for a very private attribute here. Suppose self dot for indicating private variables, we go for double underscore here, under single underscore name, and then self dot a private age. I just want to keep the age and name private here along with the student ID. Self dot, what is the next one? Student ID equals to student ID. That's how it is done. And now we are going to use getter methods for accessing private attributes as we were doing in Java or in any other language. So for that I need to define a method called get, a getter method, get name, and then I'll be just returning a value here. What is the return statement here is the name. And then we are going to go for the same age here, get age, and then return. This is very simple in Python, self dot age here. And the same case goes for the student ID, get student ID self is by default here, and then we'll be return self dot student ID. And then we are going to go for the setter methods for modifying these private attributes. So we'll be defining the method called set name, new name. Suppose I'll be passing another argument here, new name, and then we'll be accessing it. Self dot name equals to new name. As simple as that. So we'll be just copying them and then printing them. Set age, new age, this is age. I'll be copying the same thing, and here we go for the student ID, new student ID here, new student ID, and then self dot student ID equals to new student ID. Last but not the least, what we need to do is that we have to define display method here. Define display info, and we are going to return here the names or the age and whatever information we have already provided. Here we'll be providing some more. So self dot name, and then we go for age here, self dot age, then we go for student ID, self dot student ID here. And suppose we have got example here, student 1, we are going to create the object here equals to, let me just check the spelling of student a capital S, we go for Rahila for example, and then age we give 22, and then what all we need to do is that we have to give an student ID here 2345. And accessing information, how can we access information using getter method? So I need to do it here. So take care of the indentation because it is really important how you just write it, otherwise it will give error here. So we'll be just simply printing some of the statements we have already given here. Student.get, we'll go for get name first, and I'll be just simply copying them just for saving our time here. Student.get age, student.get student ID, and now we are going to modify the information already we have provided. Student1 dot set name, suppose I'll be just modifying it, I'll be modifying name is Farida for example, and then I'm going to modify student1 dot set age as maybe 23, and then student1 dot set ID, suppose we are going to give another ID 986 or 876, and then last but not the least we are going to just simply print this one. This is how we are going to do this. Student1 dot display info. Now let's just check our output and see what the output shows for us. And yes, output says Rahila 22, and then the ID is 2345, and then we had modified this, and the last output or the last statement shows for us is Farida age 23 and student ID 876. So yes, that's it all about encapsulation. I'll be seeing you guys in my next video. Until then, happy coding everyone.